Okay. Hello, welcome everyone to Talk Girl Tuesday. I am your host, The Rain Young, and this is a platform where we uplift women and encourage them to speak when they have something to say. So today we want to welcome Jennifer Fortune, a local realtor in the Metro Atlanta area. Jen, go ahead and introduce yourself to everyone.
Hey, Rain. Well, thank you
Hey,
for
hey.
having me on today. Thank you for wanting to interview me and letting me speak. Like you said, yes, I'm Jennifer Fortune. I'm with Virtual Properties Realty. Started my real estate career last year during this pandemic that we're experiencing, and
Mhm.
here today to talk a little about my experience so far.
Okay, well, tell us first off, what got you into real estate?
I really wanted to be able to spotlight my work ethic and my care for my clients. And I really felt like I had a strong love for real estate. I love the making the home dream happen. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Fiance has been a lender for a long time, and I always was kind of in the shadows watching everybody's home dreams happening. And I really thought that it would be a great experience for me to be able to put forth all of my work ethic and passion into something that I could really create myself.
Okay. I had a very similar experience as well. What makes you different from other realtors? You know, in the real estate sector, I guess you would say there's everybody is a realtor. Everybody has a real estate license. So what makes you different from all these gajillion other realtors out here in the market?
Well, first and foremost, say I'm not a realtor out here for just a commission check. Of course, we
Mm-hmm.
all need money and we all, have a family to support or just supporting ourselves. But that is the very, very end thought in my process. My clients are most important to me. I understand that being in contact with somebody that, especially during this huge purchase in your life, is
Mm-hmm.
very important. And I pay close attention to that. I really, really genuinely care about my clients and I care about getting them the best deal, protecting them the most that, a contract and we can. And I really, I'm going to bat for my customer. I'm going to bat for my clients. I'm not, just trying to make anything happen as quickly as possible. I really genuinely have a passion for the process and making sure that you're in the right home for you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, I think most people think that real estate is easy, and
Oh,
and that really all it is we just open the door and let you in to see the house, and that's it. And then we collect this
no.
big, huge check, and we really don't do anything. Well, I'm here to tell you today that is a complete misconception. Okay,
I
because real estate is anything but easy.
I used to have that
Anything.
as well.
You
It's
did.
it's not.
So what
No, and I
perception do you
pray
have now?
the Lord redeems me for those thoughts because I really, really, honestly, now that I've, been doing it a little more than a year now, it's so apparent that that is the smallest part of a client engagement. When I first get a client, yes, opening the door is important because, of course, people want to see their options. They want to feel the home. They want to make sure it's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's really the smallest part of it. I believe that the most important part of hiring your realtor, as I was saying before, is to make sure that they're genuinely concerned about your safety in the home buying process. In the years of iBuyers right now, most people can make an offer without even stepping foot into that open doored home. Um, it's really just such a small part, the open door part. It's such a small part.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Now, what are some struggles and triumphs that you've had since being a realtor?
I believe when I first started that I used to think COVID was my biggest struggle. I used to feel like, oh, I got in at the wrong time and There's just so much with the pandemic going on that I can't really get a good grip. But I feel like the triumph in all of that was it really forced me to push through and to find new ways, new avenues, new products to use to help my clients to be able to make sure that we are protected and I can get you through the home buying process as safely as possible with as little contact as possible. And I feel like my triumph really, as of right now, is to be being able to be productive in the pandemic and where
So
I
you
thought it was a struggle.
so you got licensed during the pandemic.
Yes. So right
So you
after
don't even know real estate prior to the pandemic.
at all,
And it
I
was it
went
was
through.
it was it was slightly different. I will say it was slightly different.
Well, my father's side of my family, they're all brokers, real estate
Mhm,
agents. This has all been spoken to in my life, so I understood the outline
mhm,
exactly what a realtor was supposed to be. However, I think that becoming a realtor during COVID was probably my biggest blessing because I get to be really, I feel like very close with my clients because we can always talk via Zoom. We're
mhm,
always on the phone. We're always able to, do it's a really interesting thing. I plowed through. I wanted to get my license so fast. I wanted to hit the ground running.
mhm.
February finished, and then COVID started happening. I was worried. I passed my tests, and they shut down everything. Couldn't get my license. I was
Oh
very
yeah, that's right. Okay, I remember now. I remember now. Yeah, I remember
yeah.
all of that now.
Did
The
my class?
days and the months just blending together for me. I just
I mean, honestly,
2020
I
went
just
by
said
so quick.
I can't do that, so I'm going to study, and I'm going to keep
Uh
studying classes, and I'm going to keep on trying to figure out exactly what broker is important to me. And when it came
huh.
June, they said that the offices were open. I was just ecstatic. However, just like you said, that was the beginning of understanding it's not opening doors. It's
Right. So, I heard you say that you're with Virtual Properties Realty. Have you been with them the whole time?
no. I actually was with a smaller, more boutique broker
Mm-hmm.
that just like in any business, you have to watch out for somebody trying to sell you a dream. And
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't the right fit for me. And I was just so blessed to be able to have that conversation with you that made me realize that there was a lot more out there, a lot more that I could be expecting out of my broker, a lot more
Mm-hmm.
help um, under a different brokerage. And I've been extremely happy ever since.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. So, how do you expect for your real estate career to change once this pandemic is cleared up? Do you think it would change anything about your business, or would you think it will continue to flow the way in which it currently is, as far as how you have everything structured, what you do, and all of that?
I feel like only thing that I see as a significant change is to be able to draw a bigger crowd into like home first time home buyer seminars,
Mm-hmm.
to feel more confident about going out and marketing, going out and meeting people. I mean, who's meeting people
Mm-hmm.
anymore? As open as I am, I meet people in the grocery store and wherever I am. However, there's that 6 foot distance that we all try to maintain. And I think that would be the biggest.
Mm-hmm.
However, really happy with how I have set up my business right now, as far as being mostly online, being automated, having people be able to
Mm-hmm.
receive everything I need them to receive quickly. Whereas, I don't really see myself changing that very much. However, meeting people, marketing, getting out there, being able to host big seminars, that's what I see changing.
Yeah, yeah, I can agree with that as well. All of that. It's
Being
it's
more.
it's convenient
Mhm.
doing a lot of stuff virtually. And having Zoom, I feel like you kind of still get that interaction that
Yeah,
you were face to face. Um, I think I can agree with that. I think I can agree with that. It's just a struggle though when you are dealing with clients that are not so tech savvy where it becomes a problem.
True, true. I know, first off, before all of this, my fiance used to drive to all lengths of Georgia to get people's tax returns or whatever he had
Hmm.
to. They weren't sure about, scanning. And, honestly, COVID made me so much more tech savvy. I kind of understand. Before that, I would have been probably like, what do you mean send me all this stuff? But
Hmm.
yeah, I think that it'll kind of bridge that barrier that we have with the people who are maybe aren't so tech savvy or aren't used to having things loaded on their computer, or maybe don't want things loaded on the computer.
Hmm.
So I see that. I agree. I see that opening up as well to be able to help those clients a lot more.
Okay, so let's get all into your personal business. So I heard you say fiance. So do you have kids?
Yes, we have three wonderful children. We've got two that are really close together,
Hmm.
navigating the elementary and the middle of middle school and a
Hmm.
preschool. So,
Okay, so well, with that being said, how do you balance your work home life as being a realtor? Because it's pretty time consuming. A lot of people think, it's just
it's
so,
really
but it's
self discipline. I learn every day how to discipline myself more, and
not.
I really have had to structure my family meetings and talks with my children to make them understand that mom isn't, 8 arm mom, that mom has her time that she needs to, be in the office, and that
Mhm.
we have different crafts, different activities, different study um, materials, so they know to be occupied with that when I'm in the office. Now,
Mhm.
does it like that all the time? No, but we definitely try to make sure that we're talking at least once a week, making sure that everybody is trying to help out as much as possible, and making sure reality is the word in the house. This has to get done. And yes, we all would love for this to be different and for us
Mhm.
to just be a little bit more free. But the fact of the matter is, I have my office, and that's my safe space, even
Mhm.
though I with the
Yeah, it's
preschool.
like my office is my safe space. I just got to do something about this big bright window right here, but but yes.
Love your space.
Do you ever feel overwhelmed?
Oh yeah. But I have to let myself know that's okay. And I have to
Mhm.
step away, and I have my systems in place to give myself a 15, 20 minute
Mhm.
break, let myself know it's okay. Even if something's stressful, something's wrong with a deal, or a client is
Mhm.
in a, tizzy, and I need to help them, I will let everybody know I need 20 minutes. you
Mhm.
know After that 20 minutes, I would so much rather take on a stressful situation with a clear head, instead of right after I've gotten through lunch with the kids or gotten them settled down, and then all this. I like to give myself that little 15, 20 minute breathing room before I tackle things, make sure that everything's going to go really streamlined. Like, it's so hard and working from home, and
Mhm.
you want to take care of the home, and you want to take care of your business, and you want to take care of children, but you don't have 8 arms.
Right,
So
right.
it's okay.
Now, real estate is often very demanding. Your clients tend to think that you are just on call at all times, morning, noon, and night, and holidays and weekends too. So, how do
Yeah.
you balance those boundaries with your clients, that your time is your time and your work time is your work time? Do you even have those boundaries yet?
I will say that I realized over the past couple that hopefully I didn't lose you. Did I lose you?
No, no, we're here. We're here.
Um, I realized that time blocking has really become very important to me.
Mm-hmm.
And actually visually seeing it on my whiteboard, on my calendar, has helped. And I let my clients know that I am available from 7 in the morning to about 5 in the afternoon. Emergency hours are after, and I say 5, and those are kind of different from normal working times, but it's what works for me. And they know from the beginning of our relationship that that's kind of when you can expect an immediate response, However, after hours, I let them know you can leave a text message and I will get back to you as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that method. Everybody can't, we're all humans at the end of the day. Being there for my clients, as I know if I had a question about my huge purchase of a home, I would want somebody to give me those answers right away. I
Mm-hmm.
think it calms my clients down a little bit to know, though, when they can expect to have an immediate response as to when they'll have to wait a little while, maybe
Mm-hmm.
for a response.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I know, with the real estate, we're all our own boss. So everybody's hours are different, and that's the beauty of it because you get to customize it to what works for your life. Like for me, I'm not available until after 9 o'clock because I have to get the kids situated and ready for school and whatnot. I have to, prepare myself for the
Yep,
day, and then I need some mental time so
that
I
mental
I don't
time.
get to work until 9 o'clock, and by getting to work, I mean walking from my room to my office, and and I say
What
that I clock in at 9.
it,
So I'm not available until then. And then I usually say that, I'm available until about 6, no later than 7. I always say that, but if a call or something comes, more so if it's a text message, I'll respond. But if it's a call, I may or may not answer because, that's family time.
I feel like that's for your client's protection too. I don't feel like your client maybe wants to pick up when everybody's yelling mom and screaming something's wrong. And you're saying about the hard parts about working from home and being a mother and balancing that, that's
Hmm.
kind of, the self-discipline that you need, even though you may want to answer that call right away. I
Hmm.
think more professional way to handle that is to give it about 5 minutes, let it settle down, have your quiet space,
Hmm.
focused on your client. So
Yes, because I am big on answering the phone if I know my background is not quiet.
yes.
I
Yeah.
don't I don't like to look unprofessional. So
Mhm.
I feel like if I am on the phone with the client and it's all this talking and noise in the background, kids running around and all that, to me that looks unprofessional. So I'd rather not answer the phone than to answer the phone and look unprofessional. You
I
know.
absolutely.
But it also too, I think also depends on the type of relationship that you've built with the
Oh,
client.
I absolutely agree with that too.
Yeah. Yeah,
It,
because some of them.
relationships vary. I mean, even if it's something, if I know somebody was in a tizzy and they were really needing me, I would definitely. It's not a problem. Don't get me wrong.
Mhm,
To say, hey, just give me about like a couple minutes and I'll give you a call right back. Um,
mhm.
varies with situations, just like
Yeah,
you said,
yeah,
circumstances.
definitely.
Blocking is important because the family is important, and if you work from home, you have to give yourself time. Like you just said, you have to give yourself time to get prepared. As much as we want to wear the super mom shirt every day, it's very, very important to give yourself that time to collect yourself. I feel like your business is more productive with those times, and when you have that time to really sit down, organize yourself, and get back at it.
I believe in time blocking as well. Without time blocking, I can find myself being all over the place
Yeah.
and doing the things that don't really matter. I find myself slipping into that sometimes. Definitely when you're working from home, um, it's easy to get off track.
Yeah.
It's
You
easy
got,
to get off track.
you may have to go grocery shop. You know what I mean? And as I don't know about you, but as a mom, that's always in the back of my head, or it was in the back of my head for a long time. But I've been getting really good at understanding when I close that office door,
Hmm.
that's me in my office.
Hmm.
And if I go to my kitchen, that's my lunch break. Go back to my office.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
very self-discipline when you're in your home.
Yeah, same way for me. Like I work way better when I actually leave out of my room and go to somewhere else. Like I really left the house so that
Absolutely.
you can focus. Now let me ask you this. Do you find that your family um doesn't have the thought process that mom is at work? Or is
Oh no.
mom just at home?
No, that is, I think it's hard for them. I think it's hard for them to really understand that mom's at work. I feel like for my children a lot, they think mom is playing work, you know what I mean? And not
So it's
playing, but
not just me.
you get them and they ask, well, like, why don't I have this or why don't I have that? And you look at them like, I think that that's a hard part. I think it's a hard part because you don't want to, I never feel like I want to just, tell my children, mommy's working, mommy has to do this. I don't really like that because I like to just separate it. I know they won't understand, but it is hard because they don't understand. And it's because your mom. I
Mhm.
honestly believe that. I think it's just, and that it's beautiful and it's frustrating at the same time.
Yeah, yeah. I can definitely agree with that.
But it's cool too. I really see that my children understand, even if they don't have the maturity to really give me my space at this moment. I see that they do really see what I'm doing in the home, and I know they respect it. And I think
Mhm,
that it's cool during these times that they really get to see firsthand what we're doing. Slowly
mhm.
but surely, they're starting to put it in their head, like, okay,
I know with my kids, when it's time for me to go show a house, they always ask me, "Can they come?" And I'm
yeah.
like, "No, you can't come. I can't. I'm not going. I'm going to work. You can't come. But I want to go help you show a house. I want to go sell a house too." I'm like, "No,
But
honey."
I know that Ellie might be good because when this whole thing happened, I had to take Cam with me because I didn't
Mhm,
have child care. I didn't
mhm.
have anybody that was able to help me. And I put some sanitizer on her hairs and her little baby mask. And she was in there turning on lights and
Mhm.
opening doors and saying, "Look at your kitchen." I actually sold a home because she literally was just telling the daughter, "Don't you love your pink room?" So I mean, yes, totally. I mean, it was what it was. Is that my
Mhm.
personal have her go? Of course,
Right.
for. But I don't know. It's cool for them. I feel like to see that side. However,
Mhm.
just times it can be extremely hard to even attempt to make a client understand why you would have a child with you.
But then again, too, that goes along with the type of relationship that you
Yeah.
have with the client, the type of client that it is in general. Because, some are just extremely laid back. And if they're bringing their kids, they may want you to bring your kids, so they can distract each other, But for me, that's also my time away.
Yes. No, I agree. No, I like my little car ride, getting prepared. No talking. I love that. But yeah, it's just, as well as me, it's life is unpredictable. This
Hmm.
sends you, even as much as you time block, as much as you try to schedule yourself, it's really not very easy to schedule the unpredictability of
Hmm.
this, as it can change within a minute, within an hour. And staying
Definitely.
something I've had to discipline myself on, while also making sure that I give myself the space I need.
Hmm.
Going on showings with kids, probably not my favorite thing, but it is kind of cute to see the 4-year-old do it sometimes.
Now, what are some things that if you could educate everybody about real estate, what are some things that you wish people knew about real estate that you feel like they don't?
I feel like a lot of people need to really understand that if you are going to go through hiring a realtor, you need to be prepared for trusting them,
Hmm.
not Zillow. And really trusting that they're going in there and their research, and they have a whole set of skills that
Hmm.
maybe you are educated on or not educated on. But the trust part of a realtor is something that I really wish that people would look into a little bit more, because there's so much information out there. Realtor.com, Zillow, OfferPad, all this. And there's a lot of people that have a good sales slogan. It's just true. You have a lot of people, I won't name the businesses, but they're big businesses, and they sell you this dream about not having high closing costs, or not having, or being able to get your house sold immediately, or
Hmm.
get top dollar just like that in 2 days. You know, they have all kinds of different things that they say. And I just really would like for people to be a little bit more educated. When they hire a realtor, they're hiring a complete professional. That it's our job to look through the malarkey. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
it's our
Right.
job to say, that's cute, that sounds good, but that's not what it is. Um, yeah, I think it would be that, and that real estate is not all, it's not all cut and dry. It's not the stats you heard on the news. It's not what you just heard yesterday. Yes, it's great to be informed. Interest rates are great to be informed on. It's great to understand your options and the different types of programs that are out there. And
Mhm.
that's what a good realtor, I believe, is going to be able to inform you on. I just really think that the misinformation you can grab from the World Wide Web is probably my
Mhm.
biggest. I wish I could let a lot more people know.
Now, okay, so that's what you wish you could let people know. But okay, now tell me what's something you would change in the real estate market if you could.
I would definitely. That's a good one. I think that if I could change anything, I want to change the community of realtors.
Mhm.
Uh, I believe that you are only as strong as your community, and you know, being someone who I like to be a soul lion sometimes, I've had to really try in the past couple of years to understand that the people that, you know, God has put in my life and the people that come into my life can be valuable as well as I can be valuable to them. It's
Mhm.
a take and give. And in this industry, I feel, of course, there's a prestigiousness that comes with being very successful, as well as many realtors. You know, you have to look the part and act the part. But I wish that I could change a little bit of that and have realtors be a little bit more open to
Mhm.
working with each other to get to the bigger goal.
Mhm. 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 Yeah, so one thing that I would like for people to understand, or maybe it's not even understand, maybe it's more so of I would like for them to care, is that as a realtor you don't get paid until you get paid.
100%.
And yeah, and so I'm running all around giving you my all, trying to make this the best experience for you. And I just need you to care, that
I
I don't get
100.
paid until we have a successful closing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I need you to understand, yes, I'm working in your best interest. Yes, I want you to close on your home just as much as you want to close on your home. So trust and believe that I'm going to jump through hoops and do what I can to make
Ex-
this a successful transaction, not only for you,
yeah.
but for me as well.
100. Yes.
Yeah, so, and I would like for them to understand, riding around to show you all of these houses and stuff like that, that's costing me, that's gas money, that's time, that's this, that's that. So no, I don't want to drive 2 and 3, a 2 hour round trip to show you one house. It's like less. That's I guess what I'm saying is I would like for them to really more so understand the process and have more understanding that.
It's not HGTV.
Okay, that's how we can sum that up. Yes, it's not HGTV. This is real life. No, I do not want to drive 1 hour to show you one house, you know,
Yeah, and it's
and be on time for our showings.
I 100% agree with you. I think I can play on that a lot. I have met so many people, and I think that it really is apparent that a lot of people do not understand that we're not being paid hourly. We're not being paid um, by anyone just to go out there and show you. It's a process, and that's why that buyers or sellers agreement is so important to protect us, to protect them. And it's really, I think, something that I wish a lot of the public would understand a little bit more, because it's really just, it's not a paid position until you make it happen, until that
and
house.
and you're not paid until you are
So we're
paid.
trying. We're definitely trying.
Yes, you can go through the full blown process and the deal falls through the day of closing and all your hard work and your check
Uh,
is
That's
just
the
gone.
last thing you want. If something happens, you're probably going to feel, even though you probably wouldn't say it, 10 times worse than the client. Because I don't know about you, but when you're going through transactions with clients, you get to know them. Y'all are, you have a
Yeah.
relationship now. You
Hmm.
want that smile, those keys, you want to see it happen.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, to things that may be completely out of our hands,
Hmm.
sometimes don't go 100% the way that they should. But that goes back to me saying, trust your realtor. Okay, this is reality. This is happening. This is what we're doing. Now let's regroup. Let's fix
And
this.
honesty.
Let's get on that page. Let's fix this, because
Yeah.
wasting if you want to, get angry and get upset. And, I really just feel like it's, you dust yourself off, keep on going. And that attitude will, get you to the finish line. Being
Yeah.
upset, really frustrated, yelling at your realtor, blaming them for everything is, I guess a cool way to vent. However, 99.9% sure that your realtor is out there doing the best that they can for you, because I know I am. And I know if something came
I
through
mean,
my,
why wouldn't you be when that's how you get paid?
yes. I mean,
Why
yes.
wouldn't you be? Yeah.
Mhm.
So do you have a hard time? Do you come across a lot of times when people don't want to sign the buyer brokerage agreement form?
Yes. I've had, definitely I've come into a few scenarios where they just rather keep their options open. And I've heard, I don't want to sign too many papers. I've heard all different kinds of excuses, or not excuses, but reasons. The buyer's brokerage agreement for me, like I said before, was to protect you, to protect the seller buyer, and protect myself out here in this world. Especially, that's what contracts are for. They have a lot of
Mhm.
fine print and there's a lot that goes through it. And at the end of the day, it's to protect both parties. It's
Mhm.
something that the car started, and make sure that everybody has their seatbelt on. Without it, you, as well as, I don't know if you as my client are totally committed to working with me if you don't want to sign with it, because it's a two-way street. I got to know that you want to work with me too, because as much as I would love to just say yes, everyone wants to work with me, sometimes I have to interview my client too. Maybe I'm not a good fit for you, and being a professional, I have to know where to draw that line. And if you don't
Mhm.
payment, that's kind of my first tell all sign that it may not be working, because it's not anything that's saying, yes, I'm going to make you work with me and I'm the only person that you'll ever work with. No, it's a formality of being, a professional, making sure that
Mhm.
everybody's protected. And why not? It's on paper. You have something to reference to see exactly what's
Mhm.
expected out of me, what I should be doing, and exactly what's going to happen during out the process. So I love the agreements. I know certain people don't understand, but I wish more people would understand that it's not signing your life away. It's making sure everybody's protected, getting the car started, like I said, with the seatbelts on. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. Well, Jen, that is our time. Is there anything else you would like to share with us?
Just thank you so much for doing this. I love seeing you, seeing what you're doing out there.
I'm
It's really
trying, girl.
so happy. It really, really does. Like really just so happy that you and I are both on this journey, and it's really
Mhm.
cool to share experiences and thoughts with a
Mhm. Yeah.
professional self. And I just really appreciate the time.
Yeah. So tell everybody where they can connect with you.
So you can reach me through my cell phone, 678-457-8337, or on Jennifer Fortune. If you look up on Facebook, it's Fortune Realty on Facebook. And if you ever need to reach out to me via messenger, email, anything, I can always make sure to be able to supply you with business card or any kind of information to get in touch
Mhm.
with me.
And we'll definitely be linking your contact information below. And we want to thank you again for Talk Girl Tuesday.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Ray.
You're welcome. See you.